This is King Echo, the king of Manu, the Pan-African king, the philosopher king. Issa Tchiroma wants Northwest and Southwest to stop killing police officers. Only five police officers were killed in Northwest and Southwest, and one wounded. But Issa Tchiroma has called us the new terrorists. They want us to cooperate with them. Imagine that. We're now the new terrorists. We're just like Boko Haram. They can kill us anytime they want because we're the new terrorists. But he wants us, Southern Cameroonians, us Northwest and Southwest, to cooperate with them so that they could stop the killing of just five, for the past year. How many Anglophones? How many English Cameroonians? How many West Cameroonians? How many Southern Cameroonians? How many Ambazonians have been killed? You know the numbers. I'm not going to give you the numbers. You know the numbers. But just 5 military men in the past week have been killed. Now just imagine Southern Cameroonians. Just imagine Ambazonians. Just imagine West Cameroonians. That each week a killing of 200, 300, 400, 500, even up to 2,000 military men of La Republique is killed in our homeland, the land of Ambazonia. Just imagine we deliver that amount of killings of La Republique. What would they say of us then? How would they see us then? In order for us English Cameroonians, in order for us Southern Cameroonians to survive, we will have to change our mentality, our mindset. We will have to. It's either we sink or swim. Our independence has been declared. It is time for us, the citizens of Southern Cameroonians, those at home, to form groups, to form gangs. Because let me tell you something. The police of La Republique, the military of La Republique is a gang. What is a gang? A gang is a group of people who have common interests and are fighting for that common interest. That is what La Republique is. That's what the military of La Republique is. It's a gang. It's a group of people who have decided to come together to kill English Cameroonians, to kill West Cameroonians, to kill Southern Cameroonians. So it's us. It's for our own interest to form our own gang, to form our own gangs, to form our own groups that will put our own interests. We know each other in Bamenda, in Southwest, in Northwest. We know each other in each town, in each village, in Ambaland. We know each other. We know who we can trust. So it's us to keep our interests, to unite as a people and form gangs, groups of people that will defend the homeland. You can't sit and wait for Sisiko Ayoktabe Julius or the interim government or the any of those other groups who are claiming something that they didn't do. Bo Habit, who like claiming the killings done inside Southern Cameroon, meanwhile they didn't do it. Or even if they did, why do they have to claim it? When we decide to form these groups, these gangs, that will put the interest of Ambaland, the interest of Ambazonian, the interest of Southern Cameroonians first, and to protect the people of Southern Cameroon. Whenever we do any killing, we don't have to declare that we did it. All we do is do everything in secret and keep quiet. Let La Republic try to figure out what is happening. It is our birthright. Some people say it's our legal right. Legal right can be challenged, but birthright is yours, and nobody can take it away from you unless you give it. It's our birthright to defend the homeland. It's our birthright to fight for what we believe. It's our birthright to die for what we believe. Or if you don't believe in something, regardless, you're still gonna die if you don't do something. Especially when the military of La Republic is gunning after us. They have declared us terrorists. You know what that means? They can come in anytime they want to, at any hour, and kill us. That is what's going to happen, and that's what's going to continue to happen unless we, the people of Anglophones, we, the people of Southern Cameroonians, we, the people of Ambazonian, decide to form our own groups, our own gangs that will protect us from the great enemy of French Cameroonians. And let me tell you something. French Cameroonians, all French Cameroonians, all French Cameroonians are our enemies. All of them. Because they will not stand for us Anglophones. For the past 56 years, they have not stood for us. We have been killed every year for the past 56 years, and they have not stood with us. This is time to do. This is not time for politics. This is time to stand together as a people. The people with common history. English Cameroonians have a common history. I don't care if you don't like English Cameroonians or you hate English Cameroonians, but we do have a common history. And we must stand together with our common history or die together. If we don't, we're going to be wiped out. Any person talking about federation, like Takang Ivo Tanku or Bala Agbo, any of those leaders, so-called leaders, those are bad leaders who talk about federation, do not have the interests of English Cameroonians, because for the past 56 years, the federation that was started, which was forceful, did not work and was changed by French Cameroonians. Why? Because French Cameroonians are a majority. We are a minority. And they will look down on us as minorities for the rest of our entire lives. It doesn't matter if it's 200 years from now, 300 years from now, 500 years from now, we will always be a minority, and we will be treated as minorities, people without voices. But if you don't think yourself as a minority, if you think of yourself as Ambazonians, then you have a cause to fight for. You have a cause to die for. You have a cause to bleed for. You have a nation to protect. A nation that we need to nourish. The philosophy, the ideology of Ambazonia. Every citizen, born or unborn, must think Ambazonian, breed Amazonian, and die for Ambazonian. Because that is the way forward. the idea of federation needs to be erased from our minds, needs to be wiped out completely from our minds. We are different from French Cameroonians. We think differently, we act differently, we have a different culture, we have a different way of doing things. And French Cameroonians have a different system, a different way of doing things. Those two, for the past 36 years, cannot merge, cannot be blended. It's either you're for the Anglophone system or the Francophone system. And if you decide as an Anglophone to be for the Francophone system, then you should move. You have the choice to move and stay with the Francophone system. But those who are fans of Ambazonia, of English, of Anglophone system, then it's time for us to fight and preserve our culture, our inheritance, our heritage, our birthright. Now just imagine that every week 10, 20, 30, 200, 300, 500 military men of La Republic have been killed in the land of Ambazonian when we decide to form this group. And those on the ground can form their own group. And I'm talking only to the youths. I don't care about the old folks, because the old folks, they don't really care about the future. But for the young folks, those who want to change the way they're living, their lifestyle, to have something for themselves, to fight for what you believe in, then it's time for you to create your own groups, your own gangs that will protect the neighborhood, the land of Ambazonia. And when you do that, some might say, oh, we can't do that because we are afraid these people are more than us. Nah. As a nation, you don't have to think that, oh, these people are more than us. They have a huge amount. So, that's a weak way of thinking. A weak mentality. Of course, we are all human beings. We are afraid. Fear controls us. We are afraid of dying. We are afraid of the unknown. But you could take a little lesson from Germany. Germany is not the most biggest nation in the world. But during World War I and World War II, they fought so hard. They fought so hard and almost succeeded in controlling the entire world. But look at Germany now. What do you think of Germany? Is it not prosperous? Why do you think that is? It's because of this philosophy called Superman. The Superman philosophy. In the Superman philosophy, the superior man would not be a product of an evolution. In other words, Superman is not an evolution, but a mindset. It's something that has to be nourished. It's something that you have to believe in. It's something that you have to act upon. The superior man would not be a product of evolution. Rather, it would be emerge when any man with superior potential completely master himself and strike off the inconvenience of Christian morality. Christianity makes up 50% of Africa. Just imagine, half of the population of entire Africa are Christians. And it's this Christian mentality that controls the mindset of Africa, that makes Africans weak. Ambazonian is no different, it's mostly Christian. And because we think more like Christians, it makes us weak. We need to think more like a Superman, like a king, to create this idea of a superior being so that we can challenge any nation that dares to stop us. Ambazonians are no different. We think differently from French Cameroonians. We act differently. We need to think like Superman, like kings, like gods, without fear, so that we can bring out our potential to do great things. French Cameroonians are stopping us from our potential. And Christianity is also stopping us from doing what we must do as a people to free ourselves. You know, mental slavery is because of Christian ideology. Turning the other cheek. When somebody hits you, somebody, does something that you feel pain, when you feel anger, you feel frustration, some say, oh no, don't act on your emotions. Turn the other cheek. But I tell you this, in order for us Southern Cameroonians, in order for us Ambazonians, in order for us West Cameroonians to free ourselves from this bondage, from this slavery of French Cameroonians, we will have to use all our human emotions and all what our Creator, God, Alpha, oversee. You want to call it Jehovah, whatever the name is, we will have to use what was given to us by our Creator, our human emotions. Somebody hits you, you hit back. Somebody kills you or kills your brother, you kill them too. You fight back. French Cameroonians have been killing us for the past 56 years. How long are you going to sit and wait to make change? How long? Are you going to wait for God to come down and save you when you have all the abilities that was given to you by your Creator to defend yourself and fight for what you believe in? The Superman philosophy gives you the ability to master yourself, to become masters of your own faith, to have complete hegemony, power, autonomy over yourself. What French Cameroon government is doing in English Cameroon zone in Ambazonian zone, in West Cameroon zone, is unforgivable. It's time for us to group ourselves, to form gangs that will fight the people that are killing us, or die trying. Or if you don't want to do something anyway, you're still gonna get killed. So might as well take control over your own faith. Might as well take control over your own lives. Christianity makes us weak, not strong. God will not come down from heaven and save you. You will have to save yourself. You will have to save yourself. Nobody will save you but yourself. And you start by doing that by using your mind and using group power. The Amazonian military must be created by the people on the ground. Create some kind of defense force in wherever you are, in whatever village you are. You know yourselves. You know who you can trust. Fight back or die trying. Nothing is given. Power isn't given. It's taken by those who have the ability to do so. It's time for us to take that power. It's time for us to take our birthright. You know, I watched a video recently about, it was Mark, saying that Bohabet should take claim or not to take claim. It doesn't matter about the claim of whoever is killed or not. Why even bother about that? What matters is the action. 5 military Southern Cameroon, 5 military French Cameroons have been killed. You know what? Just keep doing more. Simple as that. Form groups, do more killings, and don't even claim anything. Let them discuss it. Defend your homeland by any means necessary. This is King H, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. I am out.